Hello boys and girls, welcome to yet another tutorial on phrasal verbs.
Boys and girls, using phrasal verbs in your daily conversation may be a little tough initially, but mastering the phrasal verbs will give you a better command over language. Today I'll try to explain the usage of phrasal verbs by using very simple sentences so that your understanding becomes easy. So let's begin. To begin with, I'll take up a few phrasal verbs formed by using the word call.
Call for. Call for means demand. The family and friends of the victim called for a CBI investigation of the case. So, the family and the friends of the victim actually demanded a CBI investigation of the case. Call for. Go somewhere to get someone. This is what is another challenging thing about phrasal verbs. Some of the phrasal verbs often have more than one meaning. As we have seen, call for means demand, and here we will see the application of call for where it means go somewhere to get someone. Harry said he would call for his mother exactly at 10 in the morning. So it means Harry would go and fetch his mother exactly at 10 o'clock in the morning. Another meaning for call for is require or necessary. The new job calls for an expertise in system analysis. So it means the new job requires a command over system analysis. Call forth, which means make you think of something or evoke. My mother's recorded song calls forth the wonderful memories of time spent with her. The narrator is reminded of the wonderful time, the good time spent with his or her mother when she hears the recorded voice, the recorded song of her mother. Call in means summon. Please call in a mechanic and get the car repaired. Call on, which means to pay a visit. On my way to office, I called on my aunt to wish her on her 50th birthday. So, I actually paid a visit to my aunt to greet her, to wish her on her birthday. Call on or upon, which means formally request or invite someone. Now, this is something which we have often heard people calling someone on stage to give away the prizes, to distribute the certificates. So, look at the sentence here. May I now call on or call upon, that is, invite, the school president to address the August gathering. So, the school president is being invited to address the gathering. Call off, which means to cancel. We had to call off the annual function in view of the rising COVID-19 cases. So the annual function had to be cancelled because of the pandemic. Call up. Call up also means to summon, but here the purpose is something different for the purpose of military service. The soldiers were called up to active duty due to the cross border tension. Call up also means to make a telephone call. I'll call you up tomorrow to discuss an important issue. Call out. Call out is to shout something, like shouting somebody's name. The traumatized father called out the name of his lost son over and over again. Now I'll take you through some of the phrasal verbs formed by using the verb come. The first one is come about, which means happen or occur. How did the accident come about? Come across. We often use this phrasal verb, which means find usually by accident or by chance. I came across my kindergarten class photograph while cleaning my cupboard. So, the narrator has come across his photograph of the childhood while he was cleaning his cupboard. Come up, which means arise, or when we make a mention of something or talk about something. Let's try to understand through the example. Many important issues came up in the meeting which must be addressed at once. So, many important things were talked about or mentioned or came up during the meeting and which we need to address at once. Come up to, which means be equal to. The captain apologized to the coach for not coming up to his expectations, which means the coach had certain expectations from the captain, but the captain could not come up to that. Come up with, which means to invent, create, or think of something. The research team came up with a brilliant idea. That is, the research team was able to think of a brilliant idea. Come upon or come on, which means to discover or find something unexpectedly. During our expedition, we came upon a well furnished cottage in the heart of a dense forest. So it's not expected to find a well furnished cottage in the center of a dense forest, but the expedition team found it. So that is why they came upon a well furnished cottage. Come round, which means to recover. Though the improvement is quite slow, the physician has assured that the patient will come round in about a month. So the physician has given his assurance that the patient is going to recover within a month. Come round also means to change one's mood or opinion to a prevailing one. That is, change one's opinion. After a long debate and deliberation, my father came round to my way of thinking. So the child was able to change his father's opinion after a long debate and deliberation. Come to, which means amount to. This is often used. The bill of the dinner came to rupees 800 per person. So it amounted to rupees 800 per person. Come in, which means arrive. The flight came in just on time. Another meaning of come in, to join or to enter. Though I came in just the previous year, my friends have been actively involved in community service since years. So the narrator joined community service just the previous year, but his friends have been doing this work for a long time. Come into, inherit. Sai unexpectedly came into a huge estate after the untimely demise of his uncle, which means Sai inherited a huge estate after the untimely death of his uncle. Come off is to break off or fall off. I was unable to locate the button which came off my pullover. So the button broke from the pullover and the narrator was unable to find it. Now we will try to understand some of the phrasal verbs with carry. Carry on, continue. The loud music is not letting me carry on with my work. So the narrator is unable to work or continue with his work because of the loud music. Carry out, this is a very common one. Perform a task or execute. The team carried out the secret plan very cautiously. So the team performed the secret plan very carefully. Carry away. This is a very common phrasal word. We often get to hear, I got carried away. Carried away is to get deluded, to get excited about something, or to be charmed by something. Let's look at the sentence. Anshika donated a huge sum to the fake organization as she got carried away by the cock and bull story. Next is carry off. Carry off means to win. After a closely fought match, our school carried off the championship trophy. So the school team won the championship trophy after a very close fight. Another meaning of carry off, to act convincingly. Anu is an actress of such standing that she carried off the difficult performance with ease, which means Anu is such a good actress that she acted out a difficult role with ease. Carry over, which means postpone. The parent-teacher meet was carried over to the last week of the month due to bad weather. So the PT meeting was postponed to the last week of the month because of bad weather. So boys and girls, initially you may have to make a conscious effort to use the phrasal expressions in your conversation. If you do so, soon you will realize it's just happening naturally without any extra effort. See you soon with another tutorial. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. God bless you.